I'm here with Deputy Chief Steve Prziborowski of the Santa Clara County Fire Department and the FRI Planning Program Committee. Steve, thank you so much for being here with me today.
My pleasure, Carly. Thanks for having me here.
Now, we're at FRI 2013 in Chicago, but I hear you're already planning next year's event.
It's amazing that 2014 will be here before we know it, so we already have the wheels in motion to start planning for next year's conference. Obviously, the conference locations have been set in stone for a number of years, but the planning committee has already got the wheels motion to be able to at least find out what classes we want and try to encourage people to present different topics for us for consideration.
Now, what's different about this year's call for papers than previous years?
Well, one of the specific things we're trying to do is reach out a lot earlier. So we actually had a soft opening up in late July because typically FRI occurs in the middle of August. And what would happen is right around the end of FRI, we would open up the call for papers, and the call for papers would usually only be open for a few weeks, maybe up to about a month or so. And it wouldn't really give people a lot of time. So one of the things we talked about and how to, encourage more people to apply and get the word out, to cast a bigger net, to have a lot better variety of speakers out there with different topics, is to start opening up early and also start doing a little more advertising of sorts that we are looking for you to present your unique ideas. Because I think a lot of people, I know I was one of those before I started doing this, that I didn't think I could be up here doing what I do. I mean, I taught for many years, I did a lot of this type of stuff, but I didn't think I could do this. So we want to encourage those that you can do this too.
Now, that is a good point. Some people just don't have the confidence to get up and say, I have a good idea, listen to me, this is what it is. What would you say to those people?
Well, that's a hard thing because you really got to have the ability and the comfort level to get up there. I mean, at first, when I started teaching years ago, I was sort of uncomfortable in front of others, but over time, you get more experience, more exposure, and really becomes second nature, at least for me, and I can't speak for others. So I think the key, though, is that if people think that they have something unique to share, which we all have something unique to share, give it a shot. What's the worst that could happen?
You're absolutely right, yeah. So, And what's the process for submission?
It's actually a pretty simple process once you've been through it. I mean, it can be very undaunting at first. You pretty much go to the IAFC website for Fire Rescue International, ifc.org/FRI proposals. You could also go to ifc.org/FRI and navigate to there. But once you're there, you just create a login, create a password, and there's just some form fields that you have to fill out. So it's very basic information, what title do you want to have for your class, what are your learning objectives, what's a basic description, your biography, upload a photo, just check some boxes, answer some questions, and once you've done it a few times, or at least have reviewed it, it's actually not too bad of a process. So.
And I know that we're still in Chicago right now, but can we expect anything new or exciting for 2014 in Dallas?
Well, a lot of that's up to, I think, our fire service members out there. I mean, in some ways, there's a lot of things that change over the years, so we're always looking for current events that happen between now and then, because we know there's a lot of different things that happen, but more importantly, finding out those individuals that are out there that have unique things to share. I mean, there's a lot of people that put in proposals for basic things, which aren't bad, such as leadership and operations, but we get a lot of proposals in those areas, which are good, but we're looking for maybe some of those unique proposals for topics that really aren't out there that much.
Right.
So I really encourage people that if you're not sure what to present, maybe keep an eye on the current trends, take a look at the current program to see all the different topics that were accepted, look at other conferences to see what other conferences are accepting too, just to maybe have that uniqueness that can provide a different perspective versus just the same old thing time and time again, fighting fire and how to do that better. We can definitely do that better, but this conference is more looking for that cutting edge stuff.
Exactly. That's definitely good encouragement. Deputy Chief Steve Prziborowski, thank you so much for
You're
being
welcome,
with
Carly.
us.
My pleasure.
All right.
So, thank you.